Okay, I actually had to do a little work at the Iowa State Fairgrounds, which is what you're looking at right here. And I came across another really cool lead. Apparently this pretty significant collection here in town, or north of Des Moines. And the guy has a ton of Chevrolets. Now I looked it up online. It's a pretty public collection. So go to the description and you'll see some of the cars here. But we will see these in person. Now I only have 30 minutes in which to do about an hour and a half worth of walking around, so it's going to be pretty quick, but hopefully we'll see some amazing Chevrolets here shortly. 187 Chevrolets spanning 1912 to 1975. I hear it's just absolutely unbelievable, amazing, and it is not open to the public, so don't call, okay? Hopefully you will enjoy it and get a sense of what an incredible collection this is. And I think I'm at the right place because there's a Chevrolet sign over there. So let's go inside. Okay, so here's this private collection of Chevrolets. Now this is the most impressive Chevrolet collection I've ever seen in my life. 187 Chevrolets spanning from 1912 to 1975. They have at least one from every model, and you'll see how impressive this is. They have every Corvette from 1953 to 1975, and I am just going to walk and talk. There is so much to see. It's pretty insane. I'm just trying to take it all in here. I don't know where to begin. So you'll see there's a couple cars here that are interesting in that they're Australian. And they did mention that this car right here, this 1938 coupe, was not actually made in the US, something from that respect, but it was made in Australia. Tell you what, we're gonna go around the corner here first, then we'll come back to the Corvettes. And there's two other rooms. There's 4 Camaro ZL1s, the most of any collection in the world. There's 17 Yenkos Camaros. That's probably the most of anywhere in the world. They want to have one of each color. And then this is somewhat like the random stuff, I guess, on these aisles. So we'll just do a little walk here. 327, 66 Chevelle, another Chevelle Super Sport. This is a scenario where I only have like 20 minutes, and so I'm gonna see as much as I can in 20 minutes. So we'll do a quick walkthrough, and then I might slow down and revisit a couple spots. Now, I wish I was more of a Chevelle expert, especially when it comes to some of the rare options. Now, this is a Australian Ute here, 1948 Holden Chevrolet Ute pickup. It's pretty stylish, pretty cool. If you stay tuned, I actually have another Australian, I think it's a Ford Ute that I found that will be on a video here fairly soon. It's a pretty truck. Here's a 72 Chevrolet Chevelle Super Sport. Now it's really impressive because to really be so focused on one brand, like I can't imagine having all these wonderful cars and not having a Cadillac or not having a Shelby. So I'm really impressed by the fact that he's been able to stay so focused. Now this is, I think, a 58. Let's see. Yep, 58 Impala convertible. Now you'll see down here we've got the 55s. A couple 55 convertibles. Now here's a nice Charlotte Motor Speedway pace car. I have to imagine this is very rare. I've seen the Indianapolis pace car. Let's see if this says here. One of 7 produced. A ton of the little pedal cars you'll see in a moment. All right, let's go down this way. So here's the one we see the most of, the 69 Camaro pace car. Great, incredible, beautiful colors for the Indianapolis Speedway. Now you will see this one as well quite a bit. The 67 Camaro. I've seen quite a few of those. Usually that was a package that you could buy, you know, the commemorative edition of the actual pace car And then if you're lucky enough, you have the official. Now this one might be a real pace car. Let's see. It's an RS SS. All right, I don't have time to read all that. We'll keep moving. That's an interesting color on this car. Same with this one. Wow. Now there are some Corvairs kind of spattered throughout here. You'll see a Corvair Stinger, the Yenkos Stinger in the Yenko room. So be sure to stay for that. 63 Nova. Again, interesting color on that Corvette. All right, that was the first section. All right, we're gonna do the Corvettes in order. So this is the 75, so here's the 53. What's fun about this is we can actually see some of the differences in production year as we go along. So the thing about 53s, and I can already see it on this car, is they were pretty thin on the paint originally. So if you look in the light through here, I don't know if you can see it on the video here, but you should be able to see some of the fiberglass weave coming through. Now, if you don't see the fiberglass weave coming through, that means the car has been repainted. And when it was repainted, they actually put too much paint on the car. Now they fixed that for 1954. And in 1953, the only color was red with white interior. As you can see for 1954, they did change that and they put more paint on the car. Now, one of the rarest years is the 1955. I believe in 1955, they only made 700 cars. And then we go to 56. You can already see the difference in the headlights between these two, between the 55 and the 56. And let me preface this by saying I'm not a Corvette expert. Now here we have a 56 or maybe a 57 fuel injected car here. Very rare, very desirable. And then the big change is when you went to 58. So 58 is when you went to the quad headlights versus the single. So you can see also the difference in the grills here. This one you have the large openings underneath. 57 is more old school. And you have larger, much more chrome. And now for 58, 59, 60, 61, even 62, there's significant changes almost every year. So 58, you can see the louvered hood. That disappears in 59. And some of this I'm just picking up as we walk around because I don't know. Like I said, I'm not a Corvette expert. And then I know in the back things changed quite a bit. So this is a really beautiful color. I've never seen this color on a Corvette before. So you can see even on the side coves how you have 3 stripes there. That's for 1961. And then 1962, you can see the difference in the side cove there. And the coolest thing, I guess, about the 62 is the change in the rear end. So let's go back a little bit. Let's see if we can figure this out. So 58, if I can get there, has, you can see these 2 chrome stripes on the back. That was a 1 year only because then it disappeared. They cleaned it up a little bit for 59 and then 60. And then 61, you can see the huge change where it looks more like the 63 C2 Corvette. So the red car down there is 63, then 62, then 61 is this blue car. And when you see 60 was the last year of the earlier rear end. And then, okay, you can really see the difference between 1962 and 1963. So this is the first generation C1, second generation C2. All right, let's move on here. I'm gonna try to move a little faster. All right, so this is probably a 64 Corvette, yep. And then 65 was the first year of the big block. You can see by the hood there. This is a 396 car, which was available in 65. In 66, you also had a big block. This particular one is not. It would share the same hood as this one. And then in 67, it has the famous 1 year only Stinger hood, which you see here for the 427 car. And I don't believe the 396 was available in 1967. This is by far my favorite year Corvette, and this is a perfect spec with the red interior, red Stinger, and side pipes. And then you go into the C3 car. So this is generation 3, 68 427 convertible. Here's a 69 427 convertible, a 70, not a 427 convertible. And then we go to the 71 454, 72, and then you get down to 73, 74, and 75. And I think 75 was the last year for the convertible Corvette for a while, but I might be wrong on that, so do not quote me. All right, we got a lot more to see here, so I'm going to step it up a little bit. All right, straight ahead, I was told they're in sequential order, and it looks like we're starting probably way back in 1912. So let's see. It's a nice big Impala 427 car. All right, there's a BelAir. All right, let's see here. Chevrolet, obviously. All right, this is 32. So I'm not going to call all these out. We're just going to do a kind of a, okay, we're going down in number here. So there's 29, 28. We're getting older, older. This is pretty cool to see the progression. Wow, really interesting. I'll have to come back here one day. This is not open to the public. This is by appointment only if you're lucky enough to get in here. All right, here we go. 1913. So I've missed the 1912. It's in here somewhere, I swear. All right, then we go over here in 1933 Roadster. And then this is going back the other way, 34, 35. And again, you can see the progression. The grill changes as you go. Really unbelievable. All right, we're up to 42, then we jump to 46. Oh, that's right, because the 42 is extremely rare because of World War II. There were no 43, 44, 45s. So then you go to 46. All right, 52. 53. All right, now, believe it or not, we still have another room to go, as well as some big ticket items here, big trucks. So these are the Impalas, later Impalas. We'll see some earlier ones in a minute. And then you can see here we've got the fire truck. Now, let's see. Apparently the only thing that is in here that's not a Chevrolet is this beautiful Packard. This one was bought, I believe they said, out of the Packard Museum, I believe. This is really nice. And then another really old truck. All right, so here's another incredible room here. This is the one that's very impressive. So you've got all the black Impalas here in a row, and some BelAirs. And then on the far side, you have every color of 1957 Chevy BelAir convertible, except for black, which is actually in the black row right here. So every single color. All right, well, I guess I need to go around the other way. All right, so we're back to the Corvettes. Here we go. Look at this. Isn't this unbelievable? Now this is a fuel injected 57 white. And even look up top, all these glass pump globes, I believe they're called, everywhere. And those are all original. All right, so we have all the 57 Chevys, all the different colors. And I wish we would bring these colors back. I mean, just look how beautiful these colors are. We need more of these in our lives today. I'm tired of white, black, and silver. Sorry, it's a little bouncy. I don't have my gimbal with me. And we have another Corvette hiding out back here. A fuel injected 63 Corvette. Nice. Okay, so this is the Yenkos ZL1 COPO area. We'll go there in a minute. So I think I'm going backwards here, but here's the Impalas. There's a 409 65. Here's another Impala 64 409, 63 409. Now this is fun. I've said this in many other videos, but the biggest way to tell the difference between a 62 and a 63 is the placement of the 409 logo and badge. 62, it's up front. 63, it's behind the wheel. Then 61. Now also, just so you know, I only know this because of my uncle's 409. There's nothing on here. No, at minimum, if you have the V, that's a 283. If there's nothing, it's a 6-cylinder. The V is a 283. the V with the flags is a 327, then obviously all of this with the 409 means it's a 409. Black, all black. 60, 59 Impala, 58 convertible. Then we've got the 57, 56, and 55. So this is a great way to see the difference between the three 56, 57, 50, I'm sorry, 55, 56, 57. 55, the little turn signals are outside of the grille. 56, the turn signals are incorporated into the grille. And 57 is its own beautiful beast. So those are the three ways, or the easy ways to tell the difference between those cars. All right, or those years. All right, let's look at these over here. All right, so we have a big block, nice El Camino there. And I just got to take a look up top here. I'll probably do, if I have enough memory on my phone, do one more walkthrough so you can see everything in reverse. Here's a 409 Super Sport. Okay. 396. Okay, here's where we get into the crazy stuff back here. So here's a 427 COPO car. I don't know if this is a Z01. I'm not an expert on these. But what I was told is these first four cars here, these first four Camaros, are all ZL1 Camaros. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And apparently it's the largest collection of ZL1 Camaros in the world, which is really, really cool. And then you've got some of the Yenkos. I'm not quite sure. This is a 396 Nova. You can see beautiful pumps. Now, then you get into the COPO Camaros with the 427. I believe that's what these are. And then coming up here in a second are all the Yenkos. So looks like pretty much here back, I think they said they're looking for one more color. And then over here to the right, you have the Yenko Vega, which I've never seen. And then you have a Yenko Nova, and we'll walk over there in a second, and that Yenko Stinger I mentioned earlier. So here's a 69 Yenko Camaro. And if you remember the Fort Lauderdale sale, we had a green, same green as this, Corvair, one of two made in that color. That would be a perfect addition to this collection for sure. So all the Yenko Camaros and all the different colors. Apparently there are 3 Corvairs painted in this color in 1969. I think they said total of 17 Yenkos total, or 17 COPOs including Yenko. I mean, and then can't miss this. You have the Futureliner bus. So this is the one that Kindig redid for his TV show. And I'll post a picture, you should see it now, of a picture I took from up top there. There's actually stairs that kind of curve around to a single seat up there in the middle with a couple seats behind it. But you can see how top the light raises up, and it was for display purposes. I think it was the 1953, there you go, the Parade of Progress. They would travel the country. And then at the time they were talking about jet engines. So you see this beautiful jet engine. Okay, this is the only motion Camaro or Chevrolet here. Apparently this is fairly rare, only one of 4 or so. Now there's more motion Corvettes that a lot of people know about. This is a turbocharged, wow, this is a 1981 Chevrolet Camaro Z28 Yenko. Didn't know they made that. And this is one of 100 Yenko Stingers. You see they got a cool mural in the back there. I mean, just look at this place. And then you've got the Yenko Chevelle. Like I said before, the Yenko Novas. And then the 72 Stinger, Vega Stinger. All right, so that's the tour. I'm gonna walk back to the beginning just to take it all in, see if I can capture some stuff I did not see, I probably missed. Again, not open to the public. They do have some events, some charity events, apparently different times of the year. But I am super thrilled to be able to check this out. Makes me want to go buy a Chevy. All right, let's go back out this way. All right, just gonna kind of mosey on back through. I missed this truck earlier. Let's see, so this is 1916, beautiful. All right, we'll go this way. Oh yeah, there's a couple more cars back here. There's a silver 57 Chevy, a couple more Yenkos that are gonna be worked on here. All right, we'll take these from the other direction. Sorry I don't have my gimbal with me. Please put up with the bouncy movements. All right. Okay, yes, I had to visit this area again. I mean, you just don't ever see this. A couple things I do want to point out. This car over here is really cool. We were talking about it. It's really rare. I think it's an Z16. You can see it on a license tag there. So this is one of the very first kind of factory special ordered cars. This Malibu SS with a 396 4-speed in it. And you can see this is the original window sticker. And you can see right here, I don't think you can see that, 6 Z16AA custom Capri equipment for almost $1,500 on a car that costs $4,500. So that's the upgrade to make it a 396. Apparently this is extremely rare, like maybe 15 of these cars were made. Something crazy, crazy rare. Oh, I'm sorry, 201 were built. So that's still rare, just not as rare. And then also over here with the BelAirs convertibles, I wanted to point out there's more than one fuel injected car. So you just rarely ever see the fuel injected car. So we start down here. There's one 57 Chevy fuel injected car. Here's another one, this green one. And then I do remember there was one at the end, but maybe there's one more. Let's take a look and see. You can see all the period dealership posters hanging on the back, along with the kids' toys. There's another fuel injected car. Another fuel injected car. And the white one is the last fuel injected car. So really beautiful, incredible setup here. All right, let's finish our trip outside. Okay, so we're ending the tour with the pickup trucks that we kind of started on earlier. And I did want to point out the earliest car, I think in this collection, is here straight ahead, this 1912 Chevrolet. I missed it on the way in, so I apologize for that. Called the 1912 Little, which became known as the Chevrolet. So here's the earliest car in the collection. How about that? So stay tuned. If you would, please subscribe. I will call them every time look at a Corvette fridge. Every time I visit Des Moines, I am going to try to come in here and just take it all in. You know, oh, we did go down this one, okay. Just try to take it all in. And the one car that should be in this collection that's not is my uncle's 63 409 Impala Anniversary Gold, which was a 62 color. They made in 63 for some 409 cars to commemorate the 10th million Chevy off the line. It's kind of like that kind of gold color there. So unfortunately, my uncle will never sell his. So as always, thanks for joining me.